Okay, everybody, let's get started. Thank you very much for joining. I'm really excited. I mean, I'm getting so many social media posts from my upline, the people that are the millionaires in this business and hoping to help me as become the same thing, or at least achieve my dreams. They're in Malaysia, they're in Bora Bora, they're in Bali, they're in Dubai, and they're going to be at my home on the 30th of this month. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, you got invited here because somebody thought enough of you to want to make a difference in your life. And that's why I'm in this business. I joined this business with Jeunesse. Jeunesse is a company out of Lake Mary, Florida. And I joined this business when I was a resident of Boston, Massachusetts, and I was a snowbird. I actually had a home here in Florida that I stayed in 4 months a year. And when I met a perfect stranger at a local restaurant here, and we were sitting, I was with two other girlfriends, and he explained to me what he was doing for a business. And then I told him that I was a computer engineer. I ran a technical organization for a very large software company, and we were into the digital marketing and the digital business, and I was actually in the technical side of that business. And then he told me he was in direct sales. I'm like, well, what do you sell? And he goes, do you have a couple of minutes to look at a video? And he showed me a 2-minute video about a product that you just put temporarily, it's a temporary fix. You put under your eyes, and all the puffiness, bags, wrinkles all went away, like in 2 minutes. And I turned to my girlfriend, who was just complaining that she has to get another job. She's not making any money. And I turned to her and I go, if this stuff works, you can make a lot of money. And before I know it, I had her, she took the business card because I thought this was a great business for her, because I had this big job and I thought this was a great business for her. And I said, you should give them a call. Well, I ended up being so curious about this because I was, you're getting older. I'm 67 this year, but at the time when I actually started using the product was 3 years ago. And so I was like 64, just turned 64. And you start getting concerned. I'm getting the lines, I'm getting the wrinkles. Should I do Botox? Should I do this? What should I do? My body said that I was not 60 something, but my face and my body was not cooperating. And I had been through a lot of trauma between being on chemo medications. I had melanoma. I had surgery where my face was burned off, and I needed some help. And I definitely didn't have a quality of life either. So I actually got my girlfriend to track Matt Curtis down, who was the person I had met in the restaurant. And I said, we need to meet. I said, I have to go back to Boston. I've done my time down here. I have to go back to Boston, but we need to talk before I leave. And we met at Starbucks on the corner. He showed me the product. He put it on me, and the difference in my face was unbelievable. And I chased him out to the car because he said he had some in the car, and I bought everything he had in the car. And then he said, wait a minute, there's a meeting in Boca Raton, Florida. And it happened to be at a doctor's office. And the place I ended up going, myself and two girlfriends, we went down there, and I could not believe the quality of the people in that business. I expected, and I'm not going to make fun of it, but I expected a little bit different atmosphere. And it was so professional. And everything was so science-based, and everything was a legitimate business presentation with a legitimate business plan, with a legitimate compensation plan, very similar to my variable plan where, I have a highly leveraged plan where I get paid based on the production of others that work for me, and also on the revenue of the company. So, very similar to a corporate model, with the exception that everybody makes money, not just the guy at the top. So this was very interesting to me. I joined the business immediately. My friends did as well. And this is like 24 hours. I didn't know this gentleman for 24 hours. Well, I also bought the biggest product purchase you could buy because I didn't know if I'd ever see him again. I needed to investigate a little bit more, but I bought into the concept. I bought into the relationship marketing because I just built a relationship with a perfect stranger. And understand the type of business I was in, nobody would have ever introduced me to this business because they would have qualified me as too busy, too successful. Oh, she'll think I'm stupid. oh, well, I'm afraid to talk to her. And they opened a door for me that years ago I would have loved to have had opened, because if I'd had more years to put into this, I could have helped many more people to achieve their dreams and goals. And if you take a look at where I came from a business perspective, I actually, when you look at it, people everywhere that I've spoken to over the last 3 years wanted more time in their life. They missed the kids' baseball games, their soccer games. They missed different times and weddings and things like that because they had to work. They had to work overtime. They didn't have enough money. They wanted to be able to fix their homes. They wanted to be able to travel. They needed that sense of security where, what if I lost my job? Would I be able to pay my mortgage? They needed less debt. I mean, we're in a generation, even my family, I watch them. Everybody has to have it right this minute. They can't wait. So you take a look at what you have to offer in this business. You can offer more time, more money, more freedom, more travel, more security, sense of security. You definitely can bring down your debt. But the one big thing for me was better health. I'd been very sick the last 10, 15 years. And in the last 3, I've had a quality of life I never would have had before. 67, I can pass for 55 anywhere I go. And I'm not being cocky or anything else saying this. People say this to me all the time, and I feel so much younger. And a lot of the times, if you take a look, this was me now 13, 14 years ago, just before I had gone on surgery and everything else for I had hepatitis, and then that turned into liver cancer. And I went on a treatment for 1.5 years that would have killed anybody. I never had been on so much medication in my whole life. I was on 56 pills a day. I was on at least 20 shots a week. I was on blood transfusions for the last 2 months of my treatment. And, what a difference these products make. The last 3 years, I really struggled for quality of life until the last 3 years, where I had an opportunity to really pursue anything I wanted to do. I've had people lately call me the Energizer Bunny, but I have such a lust for life. I have such a desire to live the rest of my life. I'm in the last third of my life, and I want to live it and help as many people feel as good as I do, and try to be as successful as I've been. I can't teach one of you to be a computer engineer. I can't teach any of you to do what I've done in my life, but I can teach anybody to do this business. And all you need to do is come to the table with a work ethic, a dream, and a desire, and be coachable. Do what other people that are successful in any business do. When I went into corporate America, I followed the people that were successful. They brought me everywhere they went. My success is a culmination of a bunch of people that I helped be successful. That's the same thing I'm bringing here, and the thing is, I can bring it to anybody. I can bring it to a waitress, a carpenter, an esthetician. I can bring it to a retiree. I live in South Florida, and there's more elderly, according to most people, over 60 people working still, and they'll work till they die. They cannot afford to live anymore on Social Security. The average Social Security is about $1,200 a month, and the average rent in Florida is $13. So it changes an entire lifestyle. The days when you could live off the sale of your home is gone, because by the time you got to that point where you need to retire, you've put your children through college, you've lent them money, you become the bank of mom and dad. And the reality check is, even not that long ago, when they had the furlough for the government employees and those people weren't getting paid, there were people in food bank lines a week after that because they couldn't live a week without a paycheck. That's scary. It's really a reality check. And the fact is, when you understand leveraged income, or the fact that you need multiple streams of income, you need to be able to have plan A. Plan A will pay your bills, B will give you a little leeway, and C will build your dreams. So you need to be able to create multiple streams of income if you're going to ever create any kind of wealth or ever reach any dream you have. And if you haven't dreamed, or you haven't had the ability to really create a dream for yourself, start thinking, because it's all possible. Right now you're working 40 hours for 40 years, and people are going to work the rest of their life. Years ago, you used to retire at 65, get a part-time job. Now you can't get free of a job, and if you're a business owner, you get to own a job. And that job has more hours than you ever had working for somebody else, where you made somebody else money. And a job on its own is just over broke. A business, now you own the just over broke. And you know, a lot of the high failure rate in business is due to the fact of things outside your control. You're not controlling who walks in your door. You're not controlling the neighborhood your store's in. You're not controlling the market. So, you know, you have debt, employees, liability, overhead. Someone that falls in front of your store, you know, you can be out of business. So what the end result is, you settle for what you have. You know, you forgot to dream. You never retire. You really never have freedom. You know, you actually work your whole year. For 2 weeks you might have off, and you pray to God it doesn't rain the whole week, because you're going to be miserable. But a plan A, a B, or C, you know, is any kind of secondary stream of income, which means that you are going to have to invest 1 to 15 hours a week. This is not a lottery. Sitting on your butt, letting it happen is not going to be what this is going to be. Just like any other thing you do in your life, you have to put some energy into it. But the fact is, you can work 2 to 5 years and build your retirement that takes you 40 years in a normal work environment to get. So it's a low startup up cost, and you're leveraging your efforts. You know, if you only got 5 hours to put into a business, and you know somebody else that has 5 hours, and you know somebody else at 5 hours, you know, you're working 5, but you're getting an end result of 15 hours, and so on, and so on, and so on. You can retire early, you can get total freedom, but the one thing you can do is begin to dream again. You're not stuck in that box of how am I going to pay the bills at the end of the month. You know, and if you look at the world we're living in, the industries that Jeunesse is in, there's nothing but growth. There's nothing but the best markets, the highest markets in the trillions. So you're talking energy drinks, you know, 9.8 billion, 27.6 billion in health and wellness. Every single person here is concerned about their health, but people aren't willing to take care of themselves enough to last the marathon. You know, I want another 10, 15, 20 years. I'm 67, but I don't want that time just to exist. I want that time to live. And with the products that this company have, they've given me the opportunity to have a quality of life that I never would have had. I'm the longest living female in my family. My mom died at 62. My grandmother died at 52. My sister died at 49. And, you know, I'm the matriarch of the entire family. Nobody's lived past 64 in my family. So to me, this is, you know, all to do with my lifestyle and what I've generated, not only with a positive world of living with people that are always positive, but I'm healthy. I've lost a whole lot of weight, like you saw in my picture. I feel better. I take no medication whatsoever, or for absolutely nothing. And you know, my skin has never looked like this. After I had my face burned off with stage 2 melanoma, and I actually had skin grafts on the side of my face, I don't have one scar. And I've talked to people that have had injuries, dog bites, things like that, who are really recovering phenomenal with our stem cell technology. So you're talking about markets that now are 1.859 billion in 2016, that by 2019 had almost doubled. By 2020, they'll double again. You know, and I want to be on the ground floor of that. You know, the brick and mortar stores like Macy's, Toys R Us, Sports Authority, some have closed, some have chosen to do most of their business online because of the cost of brick and mortar stores. And you're sitting there waiting for someone to come in the store. It costs a fortune for the advertising, for the sales staff. Online business, Amazon set the tone for online business, and they actually held the lead. Jeunesse right behind them, if you take a look at where we've been, Jeunesse is in the same market with companies that have set the digital marketing, social media way of doing marketing and business, you know, that comfort of your own home. And, you know, you take a look at, especially the women, they order online more than men, I know. But, you know, if you need a tool, you're going to go look at Amazon. If you know, you're on Facebook every day. So it took Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple, and eBay under 7 years to become a billion-dollar company. We're the only company in that same realm of those years to become a billion-dollar company, and we've done it 4 years in a row. And we're growing at leaps and bounds. The country we're working on right now, North America, we're trying to build this business to be the best of the best. We are actually, you know, in the top 10 of the momentum, in the top 10 companies in direct sales. And it's based on the products and the markets we're in. You know, we're in skincare, weight management, hair care. You know, when I first came off chemo, I had a stripe down the middle of my head. I could not grow hair. I've tried everything. I tried out what we call our Affinity product. And the Affinity product had the ability to rebuild your DNA, and your hair follicles are DNA, just like all the other DNA in your body. So the Affinity helps grow the DNA and last longer because it keeps your DNA intact longer with a technology called TA65 telomerase and telomeres. So you'll see some science-based explanation on what that is. And then our skincare line is based on stem cell technology along with our hair care line. So everything is based on science and technology that synergistically works together from the inside and the outside. So this is a way you build your DNA to be healthier, so it promotes the outside. The skin is the largest organ you have. You know, it's all still based on cells. And so everything we can do to synergistically create better cell and better DNA will regenerate not only health, wellness, the balance in your body. It'll restore the life back to your skin with you know, true marine collagen in our Nahara product. That product has true marine collagen in it. And that collagen is from the inside out. People take creams and everything for collagen thinking it's going to work. We also have it from the inside. And true marine collagen actually works also on bones and strengthens the bones. So women with any problems with osteoporosis, things like that, true marine collagen works from the inside out and builds your bone structure as well. Nevo, our energy drinks, is off the chart. That product is, millennials love it. And you know, we're out there in the marketplace with all this bad crap that's in everything that's out there, sugar and caffeine, and you know, everything is natural with vitamins added to it, so it can't hurt you and it'll only help you. You know, our big product that just got re-released here, Monavie. I mean, people have seen that for 10, 12 years. The Monavie is for inflammation, anti-inflammatory. It's the acai, and it's recreated to be even bigger and better. You know, and if you've ever tried it and you ever liked it and never had results, you need to get on it. That product and another new product called Revita Blue, this, you know, this product is off the chart. There's science behind this product that actually will promote your bone marrow to create more stem cells. Stem cells become the cells you need in your body to restore your health. So say, for an example, you're anemic. So you're lacking red blood cells. Those stem cells will recognize that and become red blood cells to build your health. That with an anti-inflammatory, so you do the reserve product, which is to defend against any kind of oxidation, and anti-inflammatory as well, and that's your travel pack. So if you're traveling or you need it on the go, you combine the reserve and the Monavie with the Revita Blue, and you have a defense against anything that's out there to rebuild your health. And I am a walking ad. There is not a product here I don't use. There's not a product here that's not on my shelf. And sometimes I always say, if I stop taking one of these products, a limb's going to fall off because it just all works so well for me. The number one product I love here is the AMPM, and that's our 24-hour vitamin regime. And when we talk about vitamins, you know, you'll see these one-a-days and, you know, take 2 of these, but they work for 8 hours a day. Our vitamins and supplements work 24 hours a day, and they work at a DNA cell level. They regenerate your DNA to health. If you open our label, the label actually has to be peeled because there's so many ingredients in it. So if I mean, I've replaced these products with you know, sports guys, gym guys that are using $200, $300, $400 worth of supplements, and now they replaced them with just the AMPM. So when your cells need to regenerate after a day of being out in the environment and working hard and exercising and thinking and all the things that affect your DNA, the PM will help you at night regenerate healthy DNA. Why? Our cells regenerate while we're sleeping. And if you can sleep better and live healthier all day long, these are a slam dunk. That product, every single person on this call should be on. Now, let's talk about the money. You know, based on a great consumable product line that's in the trillions in the marketplace, you know, the fact is you can make money. Why? Because number one, it's a consumable product. You know, so people are buying products they think are great in these markets. You can replace this. You can create a brand awareness and share these with your friends and family. I do not sell these products. I tell people about what it's done for me, just like I would a movie or a restaurant. And guess what? The friends and family and the people that respect you will go and see the movie, will go and have dinner there. They'll also take a look at this business and these products because they trust you. And when there's 6 ways to make money in a global platform, which means if you know somebody in any of 100, now it's up to almost 150 countries, all the way from United Arab Emirates to China, to Australia, New Zealand, South America, Argentina, North America, Canada. I mean, it is everywhere. There's very few countries we haven't opened. And that's unusual. Most companies cannot do that because of the cost of shipping, the cost of taxes, the cost of abiding by all of those countries' rules. Jeunesse has done this for you. So you don't have to worry about the rules. You don't have to worry about what's allowed, what's not. They take care of all of that and ship to those countries for you. And based on that, as you're going through these programs and you're building your income up and you're building your business and you're building your team, you get travel incentives. I earned a trip to Rome this year. My upline, Steve and Gina Merritt, right now, they went to Bali and they've been to Bora Bora. This is all in the past month and a half. They've been to Bora Bora, then they went to Bali, then they went to Malaysia. Now they're on their way to Dubai. And then they're going to be in my home on the 30th of this month to share all of their experiences with us. So if you're on here and you'd like to introduce this business to your family and friends, please, we'll send out a Zoom for that as well, and let your family listen. You know, this is the real deal. You get to travel the world. You get to be, Steve and Gina were a flight attendant and a ski bum. You know, what a ski bum. I'm a computer engineer, total difference, you know, ends of the spectrum. And we have the same opportunity no matter what to travel, to open a business in multiple countries, and they pay you every single week. Every single Monday, I open up my mobile app, because I have a mobile app running here, and it tells me what I've made, and it's a direct deposit into my account every Monday. And there's lifestyle bonuses. You know, our average diamond makes $1 million, you know, and you can do that in 2 to 5 years. You know, what other business is going to offer you that opportunity? You know, you're going to have a variable pay income now. You have a base with a variable pay. There's very few businesses today that aren't going to pay you for performance. This is no different. So if you're willing to perform and take this seriously and take a look at this as not a job, but you can put it in the same perspective. This isn't work pants and this isn't work boots, but it's definitely an entrepreneurial opportunity to become whatever you want to be. You know, if it's $500 a week, $500 a month, $10,000 a month, it's all possible. And I'm a walking ad for this. You know, I'm at a 5-figure income with Jeunesse and a 6-figure income at my job. You know, and I choose to stay with my job because I love the technology. I love the social aspect. I love the networking. And I brought that same feelings and love for people into my Jeunesse business, where I am trying to make a difference in everybody's life, whether it be health, wealth, time, freedom, or allowing them to at least spend the quality of life that I've been allotted through the last third of my life. You know, right? And here's another example. You know, what Jeunesse will do, and Jeunesse has been around, it'll be 10 years in September. They throw money at you through programs. So right now, the promotion that's on now went from June 30th till August 31st. And anybody on this call, I have people that have done this in 2 weeks. You know, and I'm sure that other people have done it even quicker. But you get into the business and you get different ranks. And you do that by building teams. So when you build a team, your first team, and you're able to get an extra $100. You know, if you build the team a little bigger, you get another $300. You can make up to $15,000. And we've had people that have done this already in very short time, make $15,000. Now, this is in addition to whatever you've made on the other 6 ways to make money. This is a 7th way. We have 8 ways. We have 9 ways. There's all different ways they throw at you to help promote you and help you make successful. 50% of every money, billion-dollar company, 1.5 billion, 50% of that goes back to the people that own a piece of this business, the distributors. And distributor is kind of a bad word for me. You don't have to keep product. You have a website that people can go to, buy the product, Monday morning, the difference between the wholesale and the retail is in your bank account. So if you sell a product for $140 and the wholesale on it's $90, $50 will be in your bank account for every product you sell at that price. So there's a million ways to make money, from people retailing the products to building a huge organization. It's your choice. It's all based on your dreams. And let us put it in perspective. It's not about what I want. It's about what you want. And if we help everybody be successful, everybody earns money. And we do this by building teams. So if you take a look at Jenny in the middle here, that could be you. And Jenny goes out and shares this opportunity with her brother to the left. And then she shares this with her cousin on the right. Now her brother is in college and he's met somebody you don't even know, and he's brought her into the business on the left. And your cousin on the right, you know, happened to be at the hospital and signed up the doctor, you know, and she knew somebody else that happened to be in China, who knew somebody else that lived in Chicago, so on and so forth. You don't know any of these people. But guess what? If you look at the left where it says get your spot, you know, the one thing you have to realize about this whole thing is you can build a business, and there's people in this business you will never meet. They just happen to be trusted people that believed in everybody that wanted something better for them. But if you don't get your spot as soon as possible, somebody's going to come into this business, because the guy at the bottom is making money, so everybody in that team makes money. The guy at the bottom makes money on the right, everybody in that team makes money. We only make money when you make money. So the thing is, everybody wants everybody to make money. So if the guy would get your spot decided he wasn't going to do that, and the lady on the left brought in 200 people in the next month, that's 200 people worth of income that they would be making that you'd miss out on. And these people missed on thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's very inexpensive to get into this business. Your businesses cost $50,000 to millions. And the most this is going to cost you is about $2,500. That's the most it would cost you. But if you don't get your spot, you could lose out on thousands. So that, when I saw this business, I saw that empty spot, and I'm like, oh my God. That's why that night I got in, and so did my girlfriends, because I realized that if I didn't get this spot and I missed out, I was going to sell the products anyway. I was going to use the products. I was going to share them with my friends, because I saw the results very quickly on me in 2 minutes. And if it worked on me in 2 minutes, how fast could it work on anybody else and have the same result? So all those people like me that would come in, I missed out on. And I had a business mind enough to know that just this one out of the 6 to 8 streams of income, just this one is capped at $26,250 per week. That's not chump change. That's a lot of money. And if you take a look at that kind of money, and there are people in this business making that kind of money in 2 to 5 years, any one of these people could be you. So, you know, if you have the ability to dream and you actually get what I just said, and it's not easy, but that get your spot is a gold mine. And if you let it go, you're going to kick yourself in the butt if the next person in this made a lot of money and you didn't benefit or you didn't help them. At the same time, there's another way to make money, and this is very lucrative as you're building a team. So the team builders here, they bring their family and friends into this business. So say, for example, the person you brought into on your first level, you know, Joe, Mary, and Sally. Each one of them made $1,000. Guess what? You get 20% of what they made. So if $3,000, you get $600. But if you have 5 customers, they throw another 5% at you, so you're going to make 5% more. If you get 10 customers that month, they're going to give you 30%. So that 600 that you would have gotten from them making 1,000 each, you will now make 30% of that 600. So you make even more money. And this can go on 7 levels down. So when you think about the number of people you don't even know you're making money on, there's people that have had the people on Monavie juice, just the Monavie juice, for 12 years. Every single month for 12 years, they have been on smart delivery where they won't go without the juice. And because of that, there's a residual income very similar to like insurance policies, where someone buys an insurance policy, as long as they pay the premium, that insurance agent is going to collect money, a residual income, a leverage income on that. And they only had to sell it once. It's the same thing here. You bring someone into the business once, who introduces it to someone who brings them in once, and they use the product, consume the products, and at the same time introduce and share those products and change other people's lives. Will everyone be successful? Absolutely not. But the people that stick with this, and the people that actually are coachable and can understand what they want to go and what they want out of this business, they can get it. Like I said, it can be 500 a week, it can be 10,000 a week. And what happens when you enroll for $29.95, you get to enroll very much like a Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's membership. They have a personal website, a virtual office, smartphone app called J Mobile. You can buy the products at discounts from 30 to 45%. The bigger the kits that you buy to be able to resell or to use yourself, the more discount. And it's a binary comp plan. That was the left team and the right team, binary. Binary is 2. So you have a left team and a right team. So that's binary comp plan. And at the same time, you're given the marketing tools. You don't have to go out and create ads or anything else. The marketing and all of that is available through your website. You have access to systems, and we have Facebook groups, we have training, we have all the groups, and we actually have a call tonight going on about the same time called Exec Connect with our CVO, a Chief Visionary Officer, who's telling us what's going on and what to expect. And this is our reporting call, like a corporate talking to the people. We have that because it's a professional business. At the same time, when you enroll with the $29.95, you don't get products. And I strongly recommend a basic package. You would come in for just one segment of the market. So if you want skincare, if you want nutrition, if you want weight management, you have that just by buying the basic pack, but you only get one segment. Supreme Pack will give you one of everything, and that's a great way to start. It gives you one of everything to use, but it's not going to give you extra to sell or share. The Ambassador Pack is that middle of the ground. It's going to cost you about $1,000, very cheap to buy into a business. So total with tax shipping, it's about $1,160 or something like that. And the people that brought you in this business will help you get that money back as soon as possible with your commitment of time and energy. And the same thing, you get a set of products to use, a set of products to sell, and a set of products to share. Nothing wrong with that. And this is how you start a business. And the reason the Ambassador Pack is that stepping stone is it allows you to join for multiple promotions, because this is where the company sees you're a business builder, that you're taking it seriously and you're ready to move forward with a good business plan. And whether or not your business plan is different than Joe, Sally, Harry, it doesn't matter. Your business plan will get created to get you your dream. And if you're coachable, your upline will tell you that's realistic for this amount of time, reset your goals, let's write it down. And you can tell when someone is really on it, because if you take a look at their schedule and you take a look at how many times they're sharing this, you can predict their success. It's all a matter of people taking the time and taking it seriously. If I told you in your job, if you gave me 3 hours a day over and above your 8 hours, most people will see that as, oh my God, I'm going to get overtime. If you put 3 hours into this business every day and made it productive and not just busy, you will make more than you've ever made in your life. But you need it productive, not just busy. Not just talk about it, but doing it. And people are here that will help make that happen for you. But that's your stepping stone to a big business, and that's your stepping stone to every opportunity the company has to offer, because now they know you're taking it seriously. So you have to take a look. What's your dream? Are you serious about your dream? My dream was to make a difference in people's lives, but I also do really well at my job. And I said, I'm 67. If I decide to retire, I don't want to give up my lifestyle. I have a home I love. I have a family I want to go see. There's places I want to go and see. I traveled my whole life for business, but what do you see? I see an office and I see an airplane. So this is a place where the places I want to go back and see, I have an opportunity. Some of the people I hope on this call have never been out of this country. Some have never been out of the state. And, if you can dream about that possibility and are willing to work for it, take a look. What other options do you have to get it? If sitting around watching TV is going to get you there, it's not. If sitting there telling me about how much you like it and doing nothing, it's not. But if you're willing to commit and willing to be coachable and willing to invest time and money And the money is really, I mean, try to buy a business. People when I introduce this to people in big business and they go, that's all? That's all it takes to have this opportunity? Because they can be in big business their whole life and they'll never make this kind of money. They're making the big guy at the top money. That's the real pyramid here. You know, if you look at a pyramid, here's the pyramid. The guys at the top make all the money. In relationship marketing, or what you've known as multi-level marketing, it's reversed. Everybody can make the same amount of money from the top to the bottom. And that some of the people will make more than the people at the top. And that's because it's all based on your energy, but everybody is fueling you to help you be successful. So what other option do you have, and what risk really is there? You know, so you have to take it and evaluate it. Don't make it a decision of a lifetime, because it shouldn't be. If I hadn't jumped in when I did, I wouldn't be doing as well as I am. You know, and I didn't make it a decision of my lifetime, because I have been given opportunities through my life and I jumped at them. The worst thing that can happen is, you know, it didn't work for me, I move on. But guess what? You count on you. And if you can count on you and you're the only one and you have a team willing to help you, but if you have another option, please, you know, God bless you. You know, I wish you all the success in the world, but most people don't have that other option today, and we're offering you that opportunity. So this right now, Jeunesse Global is the fastest company in growth, state-of-the-art products. We've now going on 10 years in September, $5 billion in cumulative sales in the last 4 years. And proven comp plan. This compensation plan works. It's never been changed. There is not any company out there that can beat this compensation plan. People are jumping companies coming here, and they understand that a company that will give 50% of the money back, they understand how to keep this solid and totally in it for the long term. We have had more business awards, from marketing to new products to videos to, you know, Maverick of the Year for Scott Lewis. You know, and there's no question regarding the success of Jeunesse. The question is you. You know, you're the only variable here. Everything else is in place for you. If you had the perfect job, this would be the perfect job, because you won't fail only if you decide to, because everybody will build you up there. You know, even if you got sick, you know, your business will still go on. This is the only one where you can go to sleep and wake up in the morning and things have improved in your business. People are in China and South America, everywhere else is making money. And because they're making money, it shows in your check the next morning. So, you know, let's register now, start now, talk to the person that invited you to take a look at this this opportunity, and, you know, start earning today. You know, it's join the project. You get a personal website, training, business tools. You can use all your social networking, from Facebook ads. You can do the digital marketing. You can do one-to-one conversation, person-to-person conversation. Take the people that respect and trust you and talk to them and make a difference in their lives and their health. You know, you own your own business. And with IMS, which is a company that we've partnered with for digital marketing, you're one click away from success. So if you chose to do this digital marketing and you want to go out and run this from home on your computer and actually go out and find new friends, you can do that as well. You get immediate access, easy configuration, it's totally automatic. But this is the other thing. To get an IMS, you need to be on the ambassador kit. So when you take a look at what we're doing, we're offering you all the opportunity in the world, but if you decide to be the business builder, there's even more opportunity for you, and the company will fully support you at building your business. So, you know, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You know, I wish you all your dreams come true. We're here to help you. You know, we want your success as much as we want our dreams and your dreams. So, you know, jump on board, join us, talk to us. You know, we're willing to get you wherever you need to go. Just put it on the table. Let's get in, make your dreams come true. And, you know, we'll see you at the top. And at the same time, we're here to help you anytime. Thank you for your time.